So, my question today was, do parents fail raising children? Do they fail at raising children? Or, I mean, like, what's going on out here? Like, you think your parents did a good job raising you? And do you think you do a good job raising your kids? Or what are we doing different that we think that we're raising our kids different? Like, what is? I mean, you're being raised a certain way, so how much more can you raise your kid different from the way you was raised? I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Ask the question. But, we all who are parents try really hard to raise our kids. I don't think my Bluetooth is active for this, so it might not hear me.
Power off.
Um, so yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, I think do parents fail at raising kids? What kind of what substantiates the fact that you failed at raising your kid? Like, what is it that you be like, oh, I failed raising my kid, or how is it your fault? Raising that kid. You blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? When they get arrested or in trouble, or do you want to get in trouble for them? Do you be like, you want them to take their own, own problems? Sometimes you be like, wow, I never raised them to deal with this and deal with that, and then they got to deal with this and deal with that, and you don't know how and how you even got through it. Like love, affection. You know, if your kids never saw it in their house, how are they gonna be affected? How is affection gonna get shown to another? They don't know. You know what I mean? They think that showing to affection is probably just making love. Affection is kissing. Affection is, they just don't know. They don't really know how, two-person home parents actually operate. Like, what makes you think you failed raising your kids? And do your kids think you failed, or the kids think they can raise you, or what makes you think you're doing a bad job at raising your kids? And how you know you wasn't getting raised by people who don't really know how to raise you? How can you show affection to somebody when you wasn't in a house full of affection? You know what I'm saying? You ain't have a two-parent home or two-person home that they was hugging. Hey, how you doing today? How was work? How was school? How was your day? Oh, I miss you. Kiss here, kiss there. You know, um, oh, you need any help in the kitchen? You need any help, upstairs, wash, load? You know what I mean? Like, mm, how was we raised in the household? And then, do you think that you were failed? You think if your parents failed you raising you? What's going on, Ezra? How you feeling? How you? I hope you subscribe. So my question was today, I don't know if you have kids or if you're young or if you're a kid yourself. Oh, bro, you 10 years old and in the fifth grade? Oh, okay. He said, bro, I'm 10 years old. I'm an old man. Don't call me no bro. No, I'm just playing with you. But I hope you subscribe anyway. But all right. So you 10 years old. How do you feel like your parents raised you? Think that your parents doing a good job? Do you think your parents doing it? What's going on? This ain't like the bug. Who that OJ? What's good with you? What's up, kids? What's popping? What's up with you? Yeah, so the question was, do you think your parents are doing a good job raising you? And if you have kids, um, how would you raise them differently? You know what I mean? I'm sorry to be doing this in front of y'all, but it's just legal where I am, you know, it's medication. Yeah, they're doing a good job raising me. Okay, okay, that's good. So what? Okay, so how well do you do in school? Um, do you do you clean the house? Do you help in anything? Do you do any dishes? Do you do the laundry? Trick question. I'm not having kids. Okay. Um, All right, not yet. Maybe you won't ever. You might be like, man, I've been a kid and I don't want to be a kid. But let's say you might have to raise somebody though. You said quick. Okay. Well, even at the fact you said that your parents is raising you, you think they raised you pretty good. Like, do you help out around the house? Oh yeah, you help. Okay. Um, so as you get older, do you feel like your chores or your helping around the house should actually just be helping, not chores anymore? Are you given chores to do, or are you like just helping because you want to help or being told to? Because then when you get out of school, what's up, Ashley? How you doing today? I definitely help somebody, but I'm not raising somebody. Oh, okay. All right. I like that. Um, so well, that's what I'm saying. You might be in a school teacher. You could be at a job. It's the different forms of people that is just being raised amongst people. Relationships is a relationship. So, what I mean. You had to teach people stuff. I'm doing all right. What am I doing? Having a conversation with everybody here, and it was about whether if you are a kid yourself, and if you think your parents are raising you correctly, or if you're having kids, what would you do to have kids and raise them differently? You say, I hope because I want to help. All right, then good, good. I feel like that too. I always want to feel like I want to put in a little bit of help towards raising. You say, okay. I hope because I want to help. You say, okay, what? You are a kid yourself. You have kids. You're young. You want to have kids or don't want to have kids. You think you're being raised. You think your parents raised you well. Like I was talking to Ezra, he said he feel like that. Like, oh, that's what I was asking you, Ezra. Do you do well in school? That's what I was asking. Because a lot of elements of how people are being raised is actually how you perform in school, how you perform in the house. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. If you don't have those type of issues, then that can make it easier life to be raised. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of work your parents do. If they try to, provide what you need. Some people don't have heat, clothes, light, water. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of different stuff. Excuse me, having to go to school, having no clothes, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to figure, like, how your kids raised. Some of y'all been homeschooled, so that's a little easier. Some schools had uniforms you had to wear. Some schools didn't. Um, I don't know if you guys play video games. You don't play video games. You feel like your parents don't want you to play video games because there's things that my parents didn't want me to do or watch because of whatever reason. You know what I mean? Do you think music turns who you are? You think music determines you're very special because not a lot of people pronounce my name right. Oh, oh man. All right, that's real. I appreciate that, man. I try to. You know what I mean? When I can read it. Sometimes my eyes get a little leery on me. You know what I'm saying? I can't read it right, but I like to call people by their name for sure. That's why my name is Ant like the bug. Because people say, "Oh, what's your name?" And they say Ant. They go, Anthony, Tony. Can I call you Tony? I'm like, I said my name is Ant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might can call me Thony. I'll probably accept that better than you trying to call me. But I didn't even say Anthony. I just said Ant. So I feel like you call me by whatever I asked you to call me by. This is not like Kunta Kinte, Toby. You know what I'm saying? Actually, my mom plays Roblox with me. Oh, okay, okay. That's good. My mom used to play Defender with me when I was a kid. I don't know if you know what that game is. Oh yeah, I like music. Okay. Does your mom listen to the same music you listen to? I mean, well, Ezra, I don't know who you are, so you can either lie or tell me the truth. But as far as your dad, are your parents together, not together? Do you spend time with your dad, or is your dad, much sure you living, or you don't spend time with him? I don't know. I mean, because I feel like sometimes people really do need a balance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying in most cases, You know what I mean? Because sometimes that balance can be like way off. You know what I'm saying? uh, so I can get that too. You know what I'm saying? But generally, parents care for their kids. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're a little crazy or wacko or mean, they generally still care for their kids. They just don't know how to perform being a parent. They just don't know how to take care of someone else. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just don't know how to take care of someone else. It could be your parents that just don't know how to take care of someone else. So, it could be a lot of things in factor. You know what I'm saying? Um, we don't always come out physically. Oh, you said no. All right, so we don't always come out physically. It could be, some autism, some could be, any type of illness. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say illness. You could just not be what your parent wants you to be. Short, tall. You know what I'm saying? A midget. You know what I'm saying? Just things that they might have a problem with. You're too tall. You know what I mean? You ain't, I don't know. I don't know if they would call you their own child. Not such a good face, but not I won't say ugly, but you know, facial features is different. Because on the game Roblox, there's this game called Forsaken, and it has a lot of music. The only game she plays on Roblox is Grow a Garden. My dad lives in Texas, and I'm in Oklahoma right now. Oh, okay, okay. Um, so yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely see now. That's also a difference in whether you go visit them sometimes, or you don't, or if you talk to them. Try to have a conversation with him, man. As you get older, sometimes the parents be trying to have conversations with you, and you don't necessarily understand what it's about. But because you never had a kid, you really wouldn't get it. But hopefully, you have a good relationship with your dad or not. I don't have a good relationship with my dad, but I still call him. What I mean? He triggers me, but guess what? I'm grown. There's nothing he can do. I'm saying, but not even make me mad. I might get a little upset about something, but then I can hang up and deal with my life. But it still doesn't make him all bad. You know what I'm saying? Just we just don't get along after a certain amount of time and conversation. But I can actually say that he raised me the best of his ability. I feel like. But then my dad wound up being on wanted to mess around with heroin, and then they gave him methadone because he was trying to go to the clinic to clean himself, but they gave him methadone. He said, I rarely see my dad because he had heart attack and he had to get heart surgery. Oh wow, wow. Woo. Hey man, stay in contact with him. Don't let nobody you don't let nobody keep you from talking, man. You keep talking to your father as much as you can because you don't know how short life can be. I think Vanity needs to go out, so I'm gonna take her out and you guys gonna have to come with me. But life is that short, and again, you don't know how that can affect how they be. Sometimes they can even be mean when they actually have an illness, an ailment, you know what I'm saying, is going on. Because they be feeling like, why is this happening to me? So sometimes people can be a little mean about some of the issues, you know what I mean? But, you try to at least try to stay in contact with them and not let that be on your heart and mind as you get, you grow older. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have to regret, like, wow, I wish I could have, my dad could have told me something. I mean, he made it this far. You know what I mean? It's something he can teach you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know where you're gonna get your knowledge from. Even if it's like, hey, be like him or not to be like him. You know what I'm saying? And any way you're gonna learn, you're gonna learn. You know what I mean? Yeah, but as a parent, I try to, probably talk to my kids a little differently. Not as much forceful talking to them. Not no aggressive. Me and my kids were come on, man. Me and my first wife, come. My kid's mom and my first wife, we separated. So that stopped a lot of our conversations and our closeness. That we probably could have been closer. Probably could have been worse too. Don't even know how the relationship would have been. But I had I had twin daughters and then I had a son.
I talk to them frequently, helping them with school on the phone, or had them every other weekend and maybe the holidays. And the summertime I started working nights so I could spend a lot of time with them during the day. Come on, come on. I ain't bring you out here for all that vanity. Okay, good girl. You know, mind your business. Okay, good. That's not what I brought you out here for. Yeah, she's listening to cat make some noise, and so she's all focused on it. But I brought her out here to use the bathroom. I don't want her to stay out here too long, cause she's gonna keep listening to it. Come on. Hey, come on. No, you leave that cat alone. Told you don't be charging like that. One day you gonna charge on something gonna tear your ass up. Oh, can you see my dog? Yeah, hold up. This is her. What's up, Vanity? Vanity. She focused on the cat. She heard that cat. I don't want you messing with that cat. This is Vanity. Yeah, she's a cane corso. She's 3 years old. She's trying to go back out there to see what's going on with that cat. But it's actually a kitten. Yeah, that's my baby right there. I didn't have a dog growing up. Well, I did have one. I did have German Shepherd for a few years. You know what I'm saying? But he might have stayed. Man, I'm like he might have lived for about 2, 3 years. Um, he died of heat exhaustion. But I really didn't know how to take care of dogs. I mean, I still don't really, but I'm taking good care of her though. But we had our dog outside, so a lot of times we didn't get to know who our didn't learn the dog. We didn't know our dog. That's what I would have to say. You know what I'm saying? Um, growing up, without it, we actually had our dog outside, and we didn't get to know him. You know what I mean? We just had them as guard dogs. That's how we really got them when I was, growing up. We got them to be guard dogs. Hey, don't start. Don't start. Yeah, she's still trying to go over there, make her way. She knows she's supposed to be going to the bathroom, but she's trying to do everything else but go to the bathroom. Making me a little angry. Okay, here she go. Now she's starting to do her thing. Ain't know y'all need to see that, but that's nasty. Well, it ain't nasty. It's just nature. Yeah. You ready to go in? Huh? She's still trying to be at that cat. Yeah, that's my baby there. She's a good dog though. She's a pain in the butt sometimes, but she's a good dog. Just like kids. Kids can be a pain in the butt, but they're good kids. And yeah, you know. But we was kids once too, so we got to be respectful of that when we raising our kids. Yeah, I know. Jay calling you, man. Ah, so, back up in my dungeon. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is trying to line up my stuff because let me see. Trying to line up my things so that I can say, oh, there's those wires. I'm up, so I get a little bit better control of them. So once I plug them up, I know what I'm doing. Then I'm gonna get a little Velcro joint set like right there. Have a Velcro like so that way when I do come up with my laptop, I can set it right here, plug all my wires up, in there from that side because that's where that is. So probably put it about right there. And since I'm being on my computer, I'll be here. But I can have my mouse like right here in my hand. I like having my mouse on my leg when I'm working the computer though. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a he said, oh, they left. Oh, yeah. A couple people leave, you know, they turn around, they come back and they leave and they come back. Um, but yeah, like I said, as I talk about, you know what I mean, raising kids or stuff like that, do you think we raise them right? You think we raise their kids right? I feel like I do. I mean, my kids are grown now and they're able to make their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? They've been making their own decisions for quite some time. You know what I mean? You know, being kind of separate from me and their mom and them being grown and they had their own space, you know. But we kind of always let them have their own mind. You know what I mean? After a while, not in the early life, of course. But you know, you have to at least hear your kid out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the one thing is. We have to at least hear our kids out. You know what I'm saying? Kids had to learn how to talk to their parents too, though. You know, not with the disrespect. And they left again. Yeah, somebody joined again and left again. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's my brother. I have to go. Oh, hey man, I appreciate you slide through as we have a good one, man. Good thing you got a brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hope y'all get along. Hope you visit my thing again, man. Peace, bro. All right, young. Wow, I got a little brother too. I got people I call my older cousins and you know what I mean, and they my old heads, you know what I'm saying, to talk to. But yeah, man, you know, I said being raised by, you know, two parents, you know, I think I got, you know, pretty much a balance. So old man Jenkins, what's good with you? How you, man? Hey, listen, you know, if you want, I'm gonna try to see you wanna come on. Um, but if not, we can chat like this. It don't matter. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to do a little something. Look a little messy though, but it's coming too. It's my little swerve table, my little Don Jackson table. You know what I'm saying? I can roll it. I can roll it back and forth in position. Oh, it ain't even working right. It was this wheel was supposed to be stopped, and then this one's supposed to be able to turn. Supposed to turn like that, but some stuff in my way. If I get it all cleared up, it'd be better. Damn, what we got stuck on something now? And then right there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying, got the speakers up, line up. I'm trying to. I like the lights though. I ain't gonna lie. Once the lights start coming on, you think you're doing something when you got lights coming on. Let me turn the computer light on. You know what I mean? You gotta look like you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. Oh, you say, oh, you'll come on. All right, hold up. Let me see. How you do that? All right, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I know I seen it, June. Hold up. Settings, communication, community moderation. This is like summary, chat, block words, non-message delay, participate mode. Oops. Participant mode. No, it ain't it. Settings, automatic chat translation. Bro, wait a minute, how you do this shit now? Wait a minute, add highline, flip mute, speaker, retouch, screen line close. Damn, how do I do? Oh, wait a minute, this is probably the share. Hold up, let me see the share. The link. I don't know exactly how I do it. Well, I gotta go back out and then come back in.
I thought I shared the link, but I ain't know you can do it like that. I just seen it on them. Still trying to learn how to operate this John. Now. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't work. I know I seen that shit on there, though. Hold on, let me see if I hit you. Hold on, let me see if I hit you. Your icon. Damn. Channel activity, add as a moderator, put no. New report pin match didn't work. No, that ain't it. Damn, bro. I'm trying to do this shit. Hold on. Let me see, make sure. Yes, everything is in there. Community chat. None all top messages. Hold up again. I'm gonna try this. Community. No message delay. No. That's not live chat. No, I'm saying Blackbirds. Bro, I do not. I don't see that shit. I know I've seen that shit before though. I know I've seen it. I think it does it. I think it's like right in the beginning of you doing it. But I know I've seen somebody. I know I've seen them do it before, bro. I swear I know I did. I'm so mad. No, it ain't everything I hear should be. Let me see if this say the no screen lighting. No, let's say hot live video. No, bro, I can't start from the beginning. I'll stay on with you. All right.